Yo, what is good, everybody? What is good, yo? Wow, I forgot I had one of the best shows on the channel that is still going on, heavy and strong. This is episode 5 out of 36, by the way, so yeah, get used to your boy talking about this on a Thursday because this series is truly messing with my emotional strings, man. Not only are they really taking this series very serious to me, I had a discussion in my last previous review, and I think a lot of you guys saw it, so thank you so much for that support. But the thing that really pushed everything over the edge was the loss of one of these main characters, and because of it, it felt like there was going to be a hard, um, not only just change in the series, but a change in just how everything was moving uh, on the grand scale of the characters' development. So, me thinking, like, oh man, like I just lost my favorite character in the series. Like the little boy is probably close to my second favorite. Like it's a tie between the French girl and him because they both have something that they're close to overcoming, but they haven't necessarily overcame it yet. More the little boy has definitely gotten closer to overcoming everything compared to the French girl because of the traumatic scene that happened. So it's interesting to know that we're still getting, you know, we're going to be getting a lot of episodes, and these characters still have so much time to show us any other things that they want to improve on themselves. And that's not even what this story is truly about. This story is truly about like what's going on with these puppets who and the family is actually trying to get our our young boy and all this stuff. So it really puts into perspective that there's clearly a lot going on in this show, and they really know how to show us that they know what to do. And by that I mean they literally went through, it's been 3 or 2 months. Oh yeah, it's been 3 months since all the things happened in the last episode. So not only are they giving us a great timetable to be like, hey, this is, so and so after, the battles, they've recovered a little bit. And he's going back to school, and, we finally see what his school life was, which it wasn't far off from, how these people are treating him right now, which is really sad. Um, some people are literally watching it happen. Some people are trying to stand up for him because they see that it would be probably, painful to have people just straight up targeting you and only you throughout the whole entire day of school. And then after you don't give them what they want, they punch you in the face, So pretty rough life this kid's been living, and these are things that he clearly was dealing with much early on before he even met the main guy. Just by the way he tells us that this has been happening, and they saw him and they're like, oh, he's returned. That's our servant and all this different stuff. So to have history already built up, I think definitely felt a lot cleaner with this whole transition of these kids just acting the way they do towards him. Because we already got the gist of, oh, these kids are already, they've been douches to him since way back, since we didn't even know, So I like that aspect. It definitely played a good role because uh, even the girl, the French girl who was supposed to stay in class after she just did road call and got her seat, she straight up jumps out the window. She straight up jumps out the window of her own class, goes next door to spy on the kid, and before they get to school and before they like separate and whatnot, she's like, if you get bullied, it's because you're standing out, like I got bullied because I was standing out. And someone clearly, like, someone in the circus told her that or something, 'cause she really believes it was just her eyes that made her stand out. Like, she's much taller than everybody, seemingly, much prettier, and much more flexible and acrobatic and, just fit in general. So that automatically stands you out. So she really just doesn't understand the concept of you yourself stand out just because of who you are. And I thought that was pretty funny for her instance, trying to teach that to him. And I think he knew about not standing out more than anybody because he was just getting bullied for being himself, for not even doing anything. He was getting bullied, and they're acting like he was standing out. So really good episode of just showing us the life of these 2 months. That means that they had, maybe their days of hard days of, thinking of him and crying and stuff like that. That this is a good point that they both needed to move on, that they both needed to put on some strong faces and, smile as much as they can while they're around each other, because that's what he wanted. Um, but to see her just so protective of him, talking about she's gonna use the puppets to bust through the classroom and absolutely destroy the little kids who are in middle school. You could really feel that sisterly or motherly passion, whatever one you see more. I mean, my whole family of like the women side of my family, my mom, my grandma, my aunts, um, they all would do this. They would all try to protect me. So it's easy for me to understand her motives behind, just wanting her safe and whatnot. So I really appreciate that. But other than that, we get into the point of this actually wasn't an episode with puppets fighting, and we didn't see the guy that he hired, which gives me another kind of either idea that he might still be working for them, and because he's working for them, he doesn't have to, be like right on top of them. He can like watch from a distance and stuff like that, to make sure that at least they both are protected in the sense of, she doesn't really need protection, but she can't watch him 24/11. So if he ever something would just pop off, he might be there. I'm not sure though. He might not be working for them. He might have just gave them all that money to get them out of the situation, and then they went their separate ways. That's something that wasn't disclosed this episode, but for good reason, because it was a good contained slice of life episode, just showing us their recovery. They're, like they've never let him out of their thoughts once. All these different things are really piling up. Um, and I love that aspect of the show. It just sucks when you know that sooner or later these puppet users might just show up and try to kidnap our boy again, or go at him any way, shape, or form. So to know that that's coming, I'm not looking forward to seeing it, but at the same time I am, because the action in this game, in this anime, is pretty litty. Um, but let's talk about the elephant in the room, the main thing that I really, really made my eyes open wide, and that was seeing our boy alive. I'm sorry if you did not watch the last episodes or you're just watching this, but they did do it quite early. Shout out to the people who told me about the actual manga's explanation behind the whole castle explosion and stuff like that. I truly appreciate you, because now, if this story goes the way that it was supposed to go, but they left out a key part, it really makes me wonder why they would leave such a part out. So if they do touch up on it, I will see it in the next week, and if they don't, I will definitely have my full-on opinion on if the manga did it right, and then if the anime had a good reasoning to not do it the way the manga did it. So with all that being said, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I honestly recommend this show highly. Um, sure, you can wait for maybe like 3 more weeks and get like 7 episodes out of this series before you get ready to suffer the pain of not getting new episodes like I do on a daily. Like to be able to just binge watch, I don't get to do that, okay? I don't get to do it. Um, so yeah. Oh, this guy was in the circus. I should have used the circus freak. But yeah, with him showing up at the very last minute and on an like a hospital AK kind of bed, and he is also hooked up and we're monitoring his heartbeat. It kind of draws a narrative of it kind of draws a narrative of just how much danger and craziness actually happened within, the battle. Because sure, our young boy, he shows his scars. He shows why. I thought he was wearing the bandana to represent, his friend, but he was doing it also to cover his scars on his forehead, and he had even more scars on his chest and stuff, which was a really weird way of like letting him just take his shirt off and show his body. But um I don't think that ever would happen in normal Japan animes. Like no one just strips in front of girls and guys. That just shows you how much they took away from this kid with all the stuff they did to him. And I'm truly, truly interested to see what kind of man he becomes, even though he's been attacked, he's been almost killed multiple times. He still has such a beam of light and such a good couple, like good two people around him, because our boy's alive and got like a crazy looking mechanical arm. I mean, even the people that gave me the lowdown on the manga said that there's someone important that's with him too. So um, maybe what he has is he might have a puppet's arm, guys. And if he has a puppet's arm, that would just go and make him so stupid strong that he definitely will be able to protect the kid much better. Not only that, he might be the influence to a huge, huge movement of human puppets, or half human, half puppets, where one of their limbs are strong as a puppet, but they're still human overall. So that could end up being a huge game changer, not only for the team that we're on, but also for any other puppeteers that might ever run into him, see this transformation, and be like, "Yeah, I could use some robot. I could use some puppet legs. I'll use a puppet leg, one puppet eye, and a puppet butt, please." You know, like anything is possible really with this series now that they're really getting into it. But to know that the French girl is about to be doing a little bit more circus activities, it kind of draws a narrative of how much the kid wants her to be as happy as she's trying to make him. And I think that's so dope, man. Like, he's so young, and to think that he understands all of that, it really goes to show you that Japan, or just the creator of the show, really has faith in the youth to become much mature in these types of situations because they're forced to. And once you're forced to become powerful, either you can use it in a great way or you can use it in a bad way. And that's what these 36 episodes are probably going to start going around to, is what is he going to start doing with all of this power? Is he only going to be getting attacked, or is he ever going to go on the offensive? So thank you guys for watching. This has been one of my more like series that I watch to myself that not a lot of people are actually telling me that they're watching, or that they're keeping up with. But my whole point of this channel, as much as just tell you guys about shows and tell you my perspective of how things go off, um, this is also something I want to be able to do in the sense of get you guys into these shows. And if you do, let me know if you ever watch them because of your boy, because it feels good to know I was right about an anime that you guys might enjoy. And then if I was right about it, I can definitely offer you some more, and I can keep on top of these new animes while you're watching the old animes I tell you about. This channel and community is great. Join up now, subscribe. Your boy, the Anime G, is waiting. And if you do subscribe, make sure you get that bell on so you get notified instantly when I drop them videos. Mwah. All right, everybody. You have a good day, night, morning, whatever the case is when you're watching this. And thank you so much for the support. I hope this video does as good as the last one because, man, this series deserves all of the views that it can get. And I really hope that it blows up big enough for people to understand that with 36 episodes, these are the types of shows we want to support, so more come out like it. All right, everybody, take care.